Take a look at that. There he is. That was tweeted yesterday, I believe. Lance Armstrong at home, surrounded by nothing else than his 7 Tour de France jerseys. And Reid Albergotti, who has covered this story of Lance's travails, of course, the man that was stripped of those titles officially very recently, is here to just talk a little bit about this. I mean, is he in denial? What's going on?
Well, he said in the past, you know, I know who won those Tours de France. Right. Everyone I raced against knows who won those races. And I think this picture kind of reiterates that message. You see his 7 yellow jerseys. Yeah. The other riders that he competed against have also gotten in trouble for doping. So, you know, who's the real champion?
Right. I mean, amongst all the drug takers, I was the best.
Well, yeah, I mean,
the best drug taker. I was still the best. Best cyclist.
And I think, you know, the UCI, the Sports International Governing Body in the Tour de France, kind of also had that message, because now nobody is the winner. There is no winner of those 7 races.
And he gets to keep the jerseys, of course, right?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they'll ask for them back. I don't know.
That is his last photo, his attempt to show this is what it was like back in the day when I had them. But he looks rather comfortable and you know, at ease with himself, albeit maybe in a contrived way.
Too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and here's a man who's had his world fall apart around him. I mean, what's he got left?
Yeah, I mean, he's lost his sponsors. He's off the board of the cancer charity he started, Live Strong, it's known as. So, I mean, I think you know, he would say he's going to continue to try to fight cancer. You know, he is still you know, the founder of a very, you know, successful and powerful cancer charity. So I think that's, you know, what he's got left.
Yeah, but it's hard to do that when your reputation has been shot, I presume. So, what about the UCI, the Union Cycliste Internationale, the
International
body.
Cycling Union in English? Yeah, so they've announced that they're going to try and start a Champions League. It's sort of like the NFL of cycling, if you will, or Formula One of cycling, where you'd have different races and teams all get together to form a pro circuit. Right now, cycling is a disparate collection of professional races that most of which aren't linked at all. And this is a topic that's been bandied about for years in professional cycling. Actually, Lance Armstrong was involved in a plan, we reported about it in 2008, to actually purchase the Tour de France and create kind of they called it the World Tour of cycling. And so it looks like there's a Belgian and some Dutch money in this.
But the UCI itself is under a lot of legal pressure, right? I mean, there's campaigns against it. I mean, it took a long time to come around to accepting that these titles had to be stripped, and you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's lawsuits, I take it.
There's I mean, you have people suing the UCI. One Australian cycling clothing maker is suing them for kind of allowing the culture of doping to take root. It's sullying the name of the sport, and that's what's alleged in the lawsuit. The UCI has an independent commission looking into whether it acted properly during all these years of what we now know was rampant doping going on, you know, under their noses in the sport. And I think the question is, are they culpable? You know, can they be blamed for this culture of, you know, drug use that happened?
And the body itself is a multinational body. Where is it based, and what's its makeup?
It is based in Aigle, Switzerland. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right.
Probably as badly as I did the Union Cycliste Internationale, but anyway.
The head of it is Pat McQuaid, and its honorary president is Hein Verbruggen, who actually was the president during all these years from around 1991 to 2005, when Armstrong won his last Tour de France. So he's still involved. He's also involved in international sports, the Olympic movement. So it's kind of, and it's tied in, I should say, with the International Olympic Committee. So it's a member organization of the IOC. So it is a very international body.
But as for Lance himself, I mean, you know, shouldn't he just be keeping his mouth shut now? I mean,
that's not for me to say. I mean, I'm not a PR specialist, but you know, you can see all the 7 yellow jerseys in that photo.
Right. I mean, imagine if you're a man of that stature who has done as much as you have. It's hard to get your ego under control and stay quiet. You know, this is what made who he was. So.
And he did technically, you know, cross the finish line first. We all watched it on TV. It was very exciting, and you know, I think there is a point to be made there that, you know, can't take away those memories.
And there's still actually probably a lot of sympathy for him, just simply for what he went through to get there, you know, just on the good side. So
we know that from the letters and the comments on the website.
Yeah, all right, Reid, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
The story's probably never going to go away.